The Outlaw Pulling Series features action for everyone, like the ground-pounding trucks that compete in the Pro Stock four-wheel drive category. Massive Ford, Chevy, and Dodge V8 engines roar and tires claw for traction as they churn up the track. It's an assault on the senses, and it's coming up next.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
From the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri, welcome to the Western Farm Show Championship Pull, featuring the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association and at least 5 different associations here today. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood, along with expert analyst Dave Bennett. Rick Carlson working the sidelines for us. So, Dave, kick it off. What are the basics?
The mechanical sled. Looks very complicated, but pretty simple. Heavyweight box is setting back over the rear tires. As the pulling machine takes it down the track, the turning of the tires moves the weight box up the rails, transferring the weight onto the skid pan. And whoever pulls it the farthest is the winner.
So our first competitor in Pro 4x4 is Jordy Compton, who by going first has the option of keeping or rejecting her pull distance.
Going to college wanting to be a nurse, but tonight she is a professional puller. Oh, motor going down. She let off the throttle, didn't even get to the sand. She'll have the option of turning that pull down, and I bet you, I know she's going to. Let's go down to Rick Carlson.
Outlaw truck and tractor pulling. Outdoor courses are 300 feet long. We look here inside Kemper Arena in Kansas City. We can't put 300 feet. If you hit 204 or any more than that, you'll end up in the sand pile.
That will bring up our puller, Eric Scott, in a 1985 Chevy.
Man runs heavy equipment as a regular job, and here today he's running a heavy 6,200-pound pickup. Motor singing. Tires burning and churning, looking at the sand, almost there, just not quite.
Eric Scott with 198.98. Check out this replay.
Transferring the weight from the rear tires to the skid pan. And that skid pan gets so heavy, that's how it stops them on the big end. They can't go no farther.
Eric, that sled got heavy really quick up there.
Real fast, real fast.
Was it a good enough pull?
Oh yeah, I think it was good enough. A lot of good stuff there. You're going to take a sand pile hit to win, but good luck to all of them.
Jerry Steiger now driving a Mopar. This is a 69 Dodge Power Wagon.
Dodge is a little rare in the sport of Pro Stock 4x4 pickups. They start with a 440 to get up to the 486, but don't count them out. They are always right there. And this man is proving it as he sings it right up there. And he takes the lead by 0.04. In common terms, that's 5 inches. He's in the lead.
All right, let's go on board inside the cab and ride along.
See the vibration, hear the noise, and look at the sand pile coming up. Things move really fast when you're pulling indoors. Let's go down on trackside with Rick Carlson.
Jerry, you put the Mopar in the lead.
That's fantastic. We've been wrenching on this thing for months, looking forward to this. Put on a heck of a show, and we appreciate everybody being here, and that's fun to see a Mopar in the lead.
Here comes Thunderstruck, driven by Lonnie Moody. This is a 1997 Ford.
This is one of the guys to keep an eye on because he can hammer with the best of them. All 4 tires churning, good ground speed. We're going to touch the sand. We're going to push the sand pile back right there. 206.13. What a run. Center of the track. Motor coming up. Hitting on all 8 cylinders. Drifting a little bit over to that right side. Not a problem. He's liking it. Red flag flies on him. He's going to be a happy, happy camper.
That's a pretty big smile.
Yeah, it is. That's the best we've done here so far, but there's a lot of tough trucks behind us, and they can do the same thing, so.
Well, you put a number up there, they're going to have to work hard to hit.
That was my goal tonight.
And that 206-foot pull now puts us in a full pull situation.
Well, for safety reasons, the officials have marked it as 203 as the full mark. Anybody going over 203 will come come back in competition later on. And Donnie Reinerson right here at the black gold is hammering at it. Look at those rear tires squat, light on the rear. Oh, he's coming up short, 201 and 5. Great shot. You gotta love this shot right here. You're sitting on the weight box. You're coming up front, hitting the bumpers. That boy felt that, and that motor felt that.
It didn't run too bad for being on 7 cylinders.
Wow, you probably could have got an extra 3 feet if you had that 8th one on there.
I ended up clearing the test pole clear up to the iron up there on the first row of seats last night.
Up next is Jordy Compton, and as we see, she turned down that first pull.
Yeah, she turned that first pull down, and I'm quite sure that some people that talk to her, don't worry about that stand pile, stand on it. And that's just what she's doing. Now, she's got to go 203 to make the pull off. Sand pile, the flag flew a little early on her. Oh, listen to that crowd. You know what she done. She made it to the pull-off, 203 and 98.
And they really appreciated Jordan's run. No fear on this one. It's hammered down.
She was not scared of that sand pile. Watch the front of this truck. Watch the front of this truck. Boom. She knew she hit a wall.
If you get any farther into the beach, we're going to have to start playing Jimmy Buffett music.
Yeah, it hit hard, let me tell you.
Well, it bounced the front end pretty good, and they can't measure that far.
It was a fun ride.
Looking at the Pro 4x4 leaderboard, Lonnie Moody and Jordan Compton working it for the pull-off. Donnie Reinerson just missing the 203-foot mark. Stay with us. Lots more exciting action coming your way.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Bauer Built. Our strength is in our people and the customers we serve. Will Cross Seed. Good product, good prices, good service. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Welcome back to the Western Farm Show and the Outlaw Pulling Series. Pro 4x4 is an exciting and interesting class, and earlier Dave took a close-up look at these brutal machines.
6,200-pound four-wheel drive pickups. The tires have got to be street legal. They can only be 33, 12.5, 15-inch tires. Right on up to the power plant of the motor, 486 cubic inches. The exhaust is either got to shoot straight down or straight up. That is a safety issue. And then outside of that, you got to look like a pickup truck. The body, whether it be a Dodge or whether it be a Chevrolet, you got to run what you brung, and it is four-wheel drive pickup body style.
Our current leader is Lonnie Moody at just over 206 feet. Up next is Danny Brockhouse.
Fords are here in force. Fords are hammering hard. You got to get that 203. That is the magic number now. Heavy equipment operator, just getting up there smelling of the sand, but did he go far enough? I don't think so. 200 feet, 0.54.
And that will bring up Matt Strange. His daytime job, electrical contractor. He drives a 1969 Dodge Power Wagon.
Oh, the guy out of Iowa brings a big Dodge. Let's listen to a great motor. Never missed a beat, never missed a beat, but did he just get in there? Did he go? No, 202.47. He misses the pull-off by a half a foot. And what a run. Great spot on the track, singing a song, taking it down to that spot on the track, and the flag flies a half a foot short.
Matt, it was that close.
Yeah, it was a good run. It's a new motor, new driveline setup. This is the first pass on it. I'm pretty happy.
Here comes a puller that's had a lot of success here at this venue. This is Larry Hollis, 1998 Ford. Earlier today, Rick Carlson caught up with him.
Footloose 2, driven by Larry Hollis, the event champion, defending, season-long champion, defending. Larry, that puts a great big target on the truck and on your back.
It puts a pretty good target on it, all right, but what I did last year don't have much to do with what we will be doing this year or out here.
How do you feel about coming back? Is it going to be the same as last year, or is it going to be a different track surface out here?
The track will be altogether different. It changes from year to year anyway, and it looks like they're adding some sand to it, so it's going to be a whole new ball game.
All right, no pressure, no pressure. Well, Larry, we've set the stage for you. Now it's time for performance.
He knows what he's doing. He's one of the top guys in the class for a fact. Motor singing. Oh, man, went downhill on him. The motor went to an idle. So I don't know whether he lost part of the gunning rod or whatever took place, but that motor went downhill. Let's take a listen. Singing a song, and just went downhill on him.
All that work, and it went away right then.
It went away quick, didn't it? I have no idea. I'll just have to look at it. I don't know what it done.
And you're not going to do that tonight?
No, not tonight. Well, I'm going to look at it, but that's as far as I'll get, yeah.
This is Marty Selman, a husband and wife team. Marty sharing the driving and doing that driving today.
Hammering down on the throttle. Boys are pretty well staying in the center of the track. This is another one of those trucks that really sings a great song. You gotta love it when you make a bulldozer out of a Ford pickup and take it to a 203.71.
I like the classic lines, Dave, on this 1975 Ford. What an unusual shot, front end.
I love that shot right there. You notice when he come off the line, that truck never reared up. It didn't do nothing but just go straight forward and hit the sand pile. That's when it's nice.
Marty, I never would have thought you were a beach boy.
I love playing in the sand in wintertime.
Marty Selman squeaking it into the pull-offs, 203.71. He will join Lonnie Moody and Jordy Compton. More when we come back. Welcome back to Kemper Arena, Kansas City, Missouri, the Western Farm Show Championship pull. It's the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Take a look at that crowd. All ages having a great time today. And that will bring up our next puller, Andrew Bushos. Now, that's an unusual last name, and he has gotten used to hearing it spoken in many different ways.
I had to sit and ask you, Bushos, how many times has somebody said, how do you pronounce your name?
A lot of times they just say Andrew, and then there's a long pause. It happens every time we go pulling at a new place. The only person I know that knows how to pronounce it is Dave Bennett, because he's done it so many times.
And here's a great look at the hookup procedure. Dave, what's going on here?
Well, there's three things going on. Number one, you got to have the safety hook for indoors pulling. Then you got to have the big hook that actually pulls the sled, and then the safety kill switch in case the truck breaks away from the sled.
Wicked Sensation is a 1976 Chevy out of Jefferson City, Missouri, and young Mr. Bushos is looking to put up a strong number for the GM fans.
It's all Fords in the pull-off. We got to get a Chevrolet there, and oh man alive, did we get it there. 205.95 Chevrolet is present and accounted for.
Let's take a look at his run. He spots the sled right in the center of the track.
He knew where he was going. He knew where he was going. Now, watch right here at the end, though. Dive it over to that left side. He knew where the sweet spot was.
Bush Jost.
Yeah, Bush Jost. You got it right.
Pull off.
Pull off time.
There are four of you right now. Are you going to be ready?
I'm going to be ready. I'm going to drive a whole lot better than I did that time, because that wasn't too good. So we're going to get things straightened out a little bit.
And that'll bring up David Roosh. It's a 1986 Ford F-350. He calls it Hillbilly Cadillac.
The Cadillac out of Calhoun, Missouri. He knows the magic number. Now, trust me, these guys know 203 is the magic number. That motor's, just coasted in there. Make it look easy. 204 and 41. He just coasted right in there on the right side of the track.
Let's hear from another driver advancing to the pull-off.
David, it didn't sound like that finished like just right.
Well, I saw that sand pile coming pretty quick, and I sure didn't want a radiator full of sand, so I let out of it, and I kind of got back into it, trying to inch all I could without getting too carried away.
Philip Chrysler has the most career championships in his class. And this, Dave, is a very unusual truck.
Well, this guy knows Pro Stock pickups. He is Mr. Pro Stock from years back. As you said, champions. Runs an extended cab, but he's got a short box on it. Wheelbase is the same. And another one of the guys that had the power to coast it into that pull-off. Oh, yeah, 204 and 20. Great pull right down the center of the track. He going to that sand pile. That Chevrolet is working hard. You got to love it. And plants it right in the sand.
Philip, you drove it right into the sand. As a matter of fact, you brought some back with you.
Yes, I did. I'll tell you what, I almost let off a little too soon. I'll be the first to admit that.
We've heard others doing that, but you made a wise decision.
I think so. That way I'll be able to at least come back with something complete. Yes, complete. I'm gonna do something a little different than pull-off. Just get ready. I think it'll be good. They'll like it.
All right, we'll remember that. We'll be watching you. Next puller, Bill Hamilton out of Windsor, Missouri.
The Hamilton Farms. Oh, spark coming out of the clutch. He is sliding that clutch. Hey, man alive, he was looking good. Broke that drive line. It snapped right in two, right under the driver. That had to hurt. Now, sitting on board, you're going to see and feel what the driver felt. Little bit of a bounce, and then the sled hits him. That'll give you whiplash. Look at it from a different angle. The box is coming up. Get a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a break, and hello.
Well, we can sit back here, and your back drive shaft front U-joint came apart in that. One of the loops is on the ground, so it's just been a ride.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
So here are the preliminary results for Pro 4x4. 6 will go to the pull-off, 4 Fords and 2 Chevrolets, and we will have that when we come back.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Sapp Brothers. Visit one of our 16 full-service truck stops today. Agency 212, Marketing, Communications, Public Relations. Extreme Performance, a cut above the rest. And by Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener.
Welcome back to the Outlaws. Pro 4x4 trucks. The pull-off competitors like Jordy Compton are getting ready for their final showdown. Rick has the details.
We had 5 trucks that made it to the sand pile or went over 204 feet. Now they'll come back for a pull-off. A pull-off, they're each going to take a chance at the sled and make a run. The difference being this time, that weight you see slide up on the sled, it's going to be a little heavier and a lot quicker, so we'll see how our trucks do when we get to the pull-off.
Track preparations are winding up, but now we hear that our pull-off field has been reduced to 5.
Standing with the driver a rat trap. Marty, you can't make it to the finals. The pull-off, what happened?
Well, I'm not for sure. My vacuum pump's locked up and broke my belt, and somehow I've got a suck sand in my motor on this side in my head, laying in the top of my head, and I'm not going to run it to risk the sand getting in my motor anymore, so we decided to scratch.
Wow, Dave, a tough break for Marty.
Been a tough break for everybody. Like Larry Hollis, Footloose 2, dropped a 25-cent fuse, couldn't make the pull-off. Here comes Thunderstruck, the points champion. Southern Missouri Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. He is going to put a mark on the track. It's going to be a good one to shoot at. It is going to be a good one to shoot at for sure. 195 and 10.
1 down, 4 to go. Let's hear from Mr. Moody.
Lonnie, Thunderstruck had its tongue hanging out on that one.
Yes, it did. It didn't turn what I thought it should. Track's getting better. It's a great track, so I hope it sticks, but there's still tough trucks.
Ford tough, Jordy Compton, 3rd pull is enough left in the motor.
I don't know. It's going to have a lot of heat in the block. Ain't had a lot of time to cool down. And she ain't showing it no mercy. Standing on that motor, she is not backing off one little bit. Gonna come up just a tick short, 194.47. Gonna move her into number 2.
Our next competitor in the pull-off is the first of our Chevrolets with Andrew Bushghost at the wheel.
Wicked sensation. The electrical lineman's going to put it on the track. He's the points champion of the Excalibur Association in Upper Missouri. He drove over to the left-hand side of the track before. Going to try it again. And he drove over there again. See where the truck is pointed right there? He drove to that corner on purpose. And it's going to work for him. It is going to work for him. 196.21.
And we'll see if David Roosh learned anything on that pull in the Hillbilly Cadillac.
Now this, with the cream of the crop, has come to the top in this class because this is a 4-time points champion with the Missouri State Tractor Pulling Association. And he knows he's shooting at a Chevrolet that went to that left-hand corner. And the Cadillac trying the same trick. He's trying the same trick. Gonna come up just so short, 191.56.
Up next is our last competitor in the pull-off, Philip Chrysler. Down at the other end of the arena, Andrew Bushghost is watching to see if his lead will hold up.
Chevrolet chasing Chevrolet. Philip Chrysler, the Missouri State Tractor Pulling Association champion. The cream has risen to the top. What can we do? Show me Chevy. You know, he promised he was going to do something different. Not sure what that's going to be. It's not going to be enough at 193.16. So let's take it down to Rick with our champion.
All those things you did, they worked.
Yeah, they're paying off. This thing has got a tremendous amount of traction, more than it's ever had before. That's exactly what I was after.
Final results, congrats to Andrew Bushghost. That new truck and excellent driving skills really paid off. And Dave, this was a close one.
For a fact, Chevrolet takes home bragging rights in this episode. Future shows, we got a lot more trucks, a lot more tractors, a lot more everything.
That we do, and that'll put a wrap on it for Rick Carlson and Dave Bennett, Claude Wood. So long. See you next time.